What's up, guys? It's Joey Animated here, and for some of you, you might not have seen it just yet, but it's out. I saw it yesterday at 10:30 all the way up until 1 in the morning. I'm talking about Endgame.
Tickets on sale now.
That movie was one of the best movies I have ever seen, ever. And it's another thing that it's the end of 11 years in the making. 11 years. That means if you were 11, you're now freaking 22. Wow. That means I was 10 when this started. Wow. I was 10 when this started. And it all started with Iron Man. Oh my god. That is we all knew somebody was gonna bite the dust, or a couple people were gonna bite the dust when, before it even came out, but seeing it was something else. And oh my god, how they did it was phenomenal. Alright, so first we're gonna be talking about just how I felt about it. That was emotional. Like, the whole second half of it, my heart's just racing. I'm like, who is about to get it? Cause oh my god, the action, the weight of it was so intense that I couldn't take it. I'm sitting there literally telling myself that I don't think I can take it. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready to lose somebody yet. No. So I freaking loved it. The comedy was just awesome. It didn't feel like too much, mostly. It didn't feel like too much. Of course, they had their own little Marvel thing. But overall, it didn't feel like that much. 2/3 of the movies is really just kind of like set up for the ending. And that last third act is really where they really packed the punch. And they delivered. They delivered on another scale. It was incredible. I don't know if you've seen that meme yet. Like, oh, what if Endgame or Infinity War was like this? And they did a pan around to see all the freaking Avengers. They basically did that. I think the Russo brothers pay attention, and they heard that. They're like, we should do that. And they did something like that, and it was mind blowing. My favorite parts has to be of course the ending. That was crazy. Besides the ending, I'm gonna talk about the ending. Is gonna get its own little part right now, okay? Besides that, I gotta say there was a lot of funny moments. It was like really, really good moments. And I really like how Stark gets his own daughter. I like the fact that it wasn't just fixed, basically. Going into the movie, and you're thinking, okay, they're gonna go get the stones and somehow reverse this, or Ant-Man's gonna play a part and they're gonna go back before everybody was gone. But you really do get to kind of dwell in the now, basically, like after the snap, post snap. I do like the fact that they added that part. It wasn't just fixed, done, screw the sadness. They gave you that feeling of like emptiness and loss, basically. That was a really interesting feeling. Because you look around and it's like New York is freaking empty. And Cap, I like how they included what Cap's doing, just because it's a homage in a way to Sam, since Sam was gone, and before he left, he did how would you call them, the classes with people to improve them and whatnot, like an AAA, but it's for better things. I would say the only negatives I would have about this movie is the fact that all the action is basically saved towards the end, but at the same time, it's not really a negative. Like, any negative that I have isn't that bad. It's how you look at it. It bothers a little bit, but it's not that bad, okay? Oh my god. I gotta say, I love going back in time. It gave you like nostalgia. You were like, yo, we're back on Boromir, back in 2012, New York. Even before Stephen Strange became Doctor Strange. Well, he was still Doctor Strange. Sorcerer Supreme, I should say. And where else did they go? Like, quite a couple places. Oh my god. And then you got to see Tony interact with his dad again. That was a very interesting part. And yeah, I don't have that many negatives, honestly. I would say the only negative I would have, the biggest negative I would say I have, is kind of how they handled Thor. I feel like that was a wasted opportunity. I understand this movie was already emotional, but Thor is probably has the most reason to be, like the most emotional and sympathetic character. I'm using those words wrong. Sympathetic character, because he's lost everything.
I'm 1,500 years old. I've killed twice as many enemies as that, and every one of them would have rather killed me, but none succeeded. I'm only alive because fate wants me alive. Thanos is just the latest in a long line of bastards, and he'll be the latest to feel my vengeance. Fate wills it so.
And what if you're wrong?
He's anxious, angry.
I'm not as strong as you.
He feels tremendous loss and guilt. Wait.
You were supposed to protect us. Well, if I'm wrong, then what more could I lose?
I assure you, brother, the sun will shine on us again.
Best friends. Oh, and the fact that they don't even mention the warriors that he served with is just ridiculous. But I keep trying to get that out of my head. He called Idris Elba, Heimdall, his best friend. I was like, you guys never talked. But the Warriors 7, whatever we called you guys, they die, and they went with you to battle all the freaking time, and you don't mention them at all. Like, wow. They even Lady Sif, whatever her name is, but it's just how they handle Thor. I feel like they really could have done a little bit more. I feel like they put too much comedy on his part when his parts really should have been more dramatic. You're there on the day that your mother dies, and you're telling me like it wasn't dramatic at all. It was more funny than dramatic, and I had an issue with that. But that's my biggest issue. Iron Man's death. That was I've only cried to like I think 2 movies, and I gotta say the only reason why I couldn't like the tears didn't come out is just because like my eyes were like this the whole time. I couldn't blink, and when I did blink, it's just like it sucked back in. I wasn't trying to hold it back. I'll be honest. I was like, whatever I feel going into this movie, I'm gonna express. I'll be honest. I wanted to cry. I was like, my heart was beating when Captain America was fighting Thanos, and when we got to Iron Man, and when I saw what he did. As soon as I saw Doctor Strange put that one up and looking dead at him, I was like, no. Oh god. It still feels very emotional talking about it. When he said his last words, I am Iron Man. I was like, oh my god. Ooh. Yeah, that it really stings. I'm laughing because if I don't laugh, I'm gonna cry. that was something else. And like at that very moment, you just think about everything else that has like come before this moment, and it was. You think all the way back to the first Iron Man. Last scene in that one, I am Iron Man, and that was nicely set up. And then you got this movie, his last words. Oh my god! And then Peter Parker coming in, and Pepper. I can't talk about this anymore. I'm gonna. Oh my god. Whew. It was. It leaves you speechless, honestly. The theater was like quiet. that you just spend the whole time in disbelief. That was probably one of the saddest superhero deaths I've ever seen. Moving on. Whew. All right, that was. I'm sorry that talking about it. You know, you visualize it and it really just starts coming back. But let's probably one of the aside from Iron Man's, you know, and what he did, he's number one highlight. Let's talk about number two highlight. Yo, this had the entire crowd going crazy when Thor was getting his butt whooped by Thanos, and you see the hammer. We already knew who it was, and I was like, it don't make it any less. Like, I didn't expect him to ever do it though. We knew he was gonna move. Captain America was gonna move the hammer. I mean, when he moved the hammer in Age of Ultron, we knew he was worthy. You can tell he was like, not gonna do it to you, Thor. Because if he picks it up, well, I honestly don't know exactly what would happen. I think they would have to fight or something. But he becomes a legitimate, I guess you could call it, candidate to lead, you know, as the king of Asgard. But, oh my god. To see him pick it up and, I mean, start going off with it. He's using the shield. And from what we saw in Avengers, you know, 2012 Avengers, when Thor plus Captain America's shield equals like just destructive force, and then we saw again in Age of Ultron, and it was freaking crazy, bro. He's going hand like just shield, hammer, lightning, bro. Woo! That moment was stupid crazy. You were like, it was like overload of freaking awesomeness. The one that I was gonna say that they kind of really just glanced over was Black Widow. I was like, she's been here since 2010's Iron Man 2. So like, wow, she's been here for a good moment, and I don't know, I just don't feel like her death was, I don't know what to say about that. The only thing I gotta say though is like, was nobody really prepared for that? And then like, at the same time too, like, you know what it would cost. Nebula already told you. yeah, Nebula already told you what it cost. Thanos' daughter, soul for soul. Pretty sure she must have mentioned it somewhere. But what if it wasn't Hawkeye and Black Widow that went? What if it's like Rocket and who was he paired with? Thor. They didn't love each other, so like they would have just been screwed. But besides that, yeah, I just feel like her whole moment was emotional. Don't get me wrong. I was still like, yo, they just killed Black Widow. What the hell? But at the same time, it was it didn't feel as big as it should have been. Like she deserved better. I'm gonna just say that she should have died by like Thanos or something, sacrificing herself. It was reasonable, understandable, but it's just I personally just feel like she deserved better. That's all I can say. This is just a quick little thing, but what the hell happened to Gamora? The last scene I remember her being in was when she kicked Peter Quill twice in the nuts. But besides that, she wasn't at the funeral. I don't know if I'm skipping over it. I'm gonna go see the movie again. Sorry, my eyes itching. I don't know. I'm gonna go see the movie again, but I'm pretty sure I didn't miss that out. And then she would have been on the ship for Thanos. I mean, for the Guardians. Now, please correct me if I'm missing it. Did she also disintegrate when Iron Man snapped? I guess he must have said something like all of Thanos's like forces get snapped. That would also count Gamora. Which would also count Nebula. Anyways, but yeah, what happened to Gamora? I don't know. If you know, let me know. I'm gonna go see the movie again and really watch her. But yeah. Alright, number 3 biggest moment had to have been Professor Hulk. That was, a lot of people were speculating on that. You know, oh, they're gonna bring in Professor Hulk. I was kind of like, I don't know. I don't know a lot about Professor Hulk, so I couldn't really say anything. Personally, I was like, oh, you know, based off my studies, like, no, I don't know. I haven't studied. I haven't read that far into Hulk to see Professor Hulk. But yeah, you guys were right. And that was so just really interesting, like, seeing, you know, it's Bruce Banner and Hulk's body now, like, they're just together. Which, after seeing a video I just saw about the what's his name? Jekyll and Hyde. You know what I'm talking about, you know, the crazy people. It's like the weight that the Hulk can carry, even though he's a mindless beast and things like that, he can actually have some serious, like, weight to him. Because in Ragnarok, I didn't see it the first time over, but when I watched this video, then I saw it. In Ragnarok, when he saw the video from Natasha and the jet Quinjet.
Work, big guy. We don't know where Ultron's headed, but you're going very high, very fast, so I need you to turn this bird around, okay? We can't track you in stealth mode, so I need you to help me out, okay? I need you to...
You know, you see the awe in his face, and then you can tell he's like about to start transforming back, you know, when he starts stumbling backwards and stuff like that. But then he starts yelling like, no. Thor's just quiet in the background, like, just watching this, like, grotesque, you know, horrifying, like, transformation. Like, he's like begging not to go, punching himself in the face, like, getting smaller, getting bigger, and like, it was a battle. And so it has some serious weight to it, and I honestly wish they would have capitalized on that. I would say that. But yeah, it was funny, and it was just really cool to see that. It was really interesting. I will say I was counting on a rematch between Thanos and Hulk, but it never came. That was a little bit of a letdown. By the way, the shirt I'm holding in my hand, it's for my boy Spider-Man. I know he didn't even wear the black suit, but this is the one that I have. So screw you. It's also, I guess you could also say it's a, you know, black for the death of Black Widow. This looks more like a widow than... That looks like a widow, don't it? Yeah. Anyways, the ending was fantastic. Oh my god. So I see how they did Robert Downey Jr. God. It's still very hard talking about it. But anyways, so Iron Man dies, unfortunately. But then I'm thinking, I wonder how they're gonna end it with Captain America. But as soon as he stepped on that thing, the time machine, let's call it, and they were like, oh yeah, you're gonna return to the times and yada yada yada, I'm like, he's gonna do it, isn't he? Like, I was doubting myself at the same time, but I really started thinking about it. I was like, he's gonna do it. I'm sorry, putting two together, my camera got cut out. You knew, after putting two and two together, you kind of realized he's gonna do it. You were kind of scared of it, but at the same time, you knew it. Chris Evans is leaving, and he loves Carter. So that was really something, watching Captain America, like, just knowing that he got to live his life now. I was really nice knowing, honestly, because you really hope that he would move on. Now, I do kind of wish that they would have said some, that's a little weird now. You have to not think about certain things like I do. But now I'm thinking, is he gonna tell her, I made out with your, what was she? Like, granddaughter. That's kind of weird. Yeah, you can't, yeah, there's certain things you just can't think about. But anyways, off of that subject, him passing the torch to Sam. So there is going to be the new Black Captain America. That was really cool. And just the ending scene that he finally... Oh, this killed me. He finally got his dance, man. He finally got his dance with Peggy.
about that dance.
All right. A week next Saturday at the Stork Club.
You got it.
8 o'clock on the dot. Don't you dare be late. Understood?
You know, I still don't know how to dance.
I'll show you how. Just be there.
We'll have the band play something slow. I'd hate to step on your...
Steve? Steve? Steve?
That was freaking awesome. It was so. Hey, that was really hard to watch, but satisfying at the same moment. Like you're like, yes, finally, he got to be happy, basically. With that, I'm going to bring this to a wrap. If you haven't seen the movie, you need to go watch it. You owe it to yourself, especially if you kept up with all the other movies. You owe it to yourself to go watch this movie in the theaters. Don't wait for it to come to Blu-ray, disc, or whatever. Go watch it in the theaters, okay? If you guys enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like and please comment. I really want to know what you guys think. How did you like the movie? I want to know what you guys felt about it. And if you guys really enjoyed, and if you like what else I do in gaming and my newfound rapping videos, I'm gonna put another one up pretty soon. But subscribe to the channel. Let me know you guys want to see more. Besides that, you guys have a great one. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you haven't seen it twice, go watch it again, because I'm going really soon, probably tomorrow. You guys have a great one, okay? This is Joey Animated.